What's up, guys? This is me, Quarte Sap, here again. Sorry for the wait for the Q&A. I've been kind of busy, but I wanted to do this video. I'm really excited. Really excited about the feedback I got from the video or the post I made on Instagram. I allowed most of my followers on Instagram to post any question they had pertaining to football, college, making any decisions, guidance, just basically anything they needed to know personally about me, or if they had any questions. And I was really actually astounded by the feedback I got from that. The first question I got was, what was my diet plan like in college? Okay, so when I arrived at the University of Tennessee, I was 205 pounds. In high school, I played three sports. I was like 185, 195. And I wasn't sure in high school what I wanted to do, if I wanted to play basketball, I wanted to play football. So I just stayed lean and just was an athlete. When I got to college, I played safety my freshman year a little bit, and I was in between safety and linebacker. When I established that I was playing linebacker in college, I had to put on some weight. I was eating roughly around 4,000 to 4,500 calories a day. When you think about that, that's like eating 21 PB&J Uncrustables a day. But it's not like I ate 21 of them a day, but it's a lot of calories. And my biggest problem for me was eating breakfast. I hated eating breakfast. Like, I just didn't like eating breakfast. I would get up and start the day and move through the day. And breakfast is so important when you're trying to maintain weight and trying to gain weight, because that's a big meal that you're missing. So what I did, I had the best nutrition staff in the country, and they helped me create a plan moving forward. I basically ate a big breakfast, and I had two lunches. I had a lunch at 12 noon and around 3 or 4 o'clock before practice, something not too heavy, but something with enough calories in it so I could get those calories, meet that calorie regimen for the day. It's funny that that was one of the things that I struggled with. I didn't struggle with grades. I didn't struggle with discipline. I struggled with gaining weight. But that was the answer to that question. Next question. What was the loudest game you ever played in? This question was interesting because I played in, obviously I played at Tennessee, 102, 455, and every home game was nearly loud, and our fan base is amazing. Wild Nation is just amazing. But the loudest game I played in to this day, it has to be my freshman year when we played Oklahoma. That was the first home game I played, and I remember it like it was yesterday because it was crazy. Like, the talent level that was on the field at that time was crazy. But the first play, I played mostly special teams my freshman year, and I had the opportunity to go out on kickoff. And I remember this to this day. That's supposed to be the highest college game, like loudest game ever by decimal, like by decimal ratings, if I believe. And I was out there on kickoff, and I remember that I was trying to ask for the call for the kick. Man, it was probably less than a foot away from me, and I'm like yelling, trying to get the call. It was crazy. It was radical. It was unbelievable. It was really a good atmosphere, and just to have the whole checkerboard, just being able to see the stadium checkerboard in an orange and white in front of me for the first time gave me chills, and it was a warming experience to college football. Next question: any advice for walk-ons? Okay, this question right here is a very interesting question because a lot of people have a negative aspect or negative vibe towards being a walk-on, and I'm gonna cut it really straight to you. Everybody, no matter if you're a walk-on or a scholarship person, gets an opportunity to showcase your skills to the coaches. So the matter of times you have from being a scholarship or being a walk-on player, but you're going to get an opportunity to do that. That's the thing, no matter what you are. So I would tell you, as a walk-on, set a goal for yourself to always do everything 100%, because you always hear this: film does not lie. No matter if it's practice or a game, coaches review film from games and practice. If you put what you are on film, your narrative on film, they're going to see that and they're going to respect it. No matter what player has anything to say, what anybody else got to say, just do what you have to do 110% to the fullest capacity all the time, and it will work out for you. I promise you. One of my good friends that I came into Tennessee with, that currently plays at Georgia now, he transferred. His name's Eli Wolf. He played tight end for Tennessee shortly. Now he's playing for Georgia, and he's doing great things. Started off as a walk-on. Was a great athlete. Played on special teams. Gave good looks during practice, and was really a good player, honestly. And he received a scholarship, I believe, going sophomore summer, going into junior year. Basically, everybody was an advocate for him and saying how his work ethic and his credibility of what he does on the film was on film. So that's a prime example that it's possible. Like, it's not, don't listen to people that, oh, you're a walk-on, you're not going to be able to do this, you're not going to be able to do that. It's impossible. It's hard. Everything in life is hard. Everything has a hill that you have to climb. And that hill, being a walk-on, is very possible and very likely to happen. Like, you can get a scholarship being a walk-on. It's not hard at all. Just, you have to be positive. You have to attack it with a positive mind frame, and you'll get what you want. Next question. What is the hardest thing you had to overcome while in college? I think that's an easy question for me. The hardest thing I had to do I had to overcome in college was tearing my ACL. It was very mentally and physically taxing on me. I never really had a major injury, and it was just very hard for me to do so. I tore it my sophomore year, the third game of the season. Remember it like it was yesterday. It's crazy. Like, I remember a lot of things. But anyway, it was on. I was supposed to start that game, and the offense had the ball, was receiving the ball first, and I was on kickoff return. If anybody don't know about kickoff return in college football is a freaking gladiator fest. It's ridiculous. Kickoff and kickoff return on specials, it is crazy. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like,
this is Sparta!
Man for man, like, by yourself. Like, you just gotta get it. Like, it's just, you gotta get out of the gutter. Like, it's crazy. Like, his body's flying everywhere. Nobody want to get ran over. Nobody want to get blocked. Nobody want to get chip blocked. It's crazy. And the team we play at Miami, Ohio, the small team, they did a sky kick. And going through my progression, my rules, I was looking back, and basically I didn't get my full body turned around completely to go block my man. My upper body was turned towards him, but my legs weren't. And when he hit me, I tried to brace myself and catch myself on my leg, and I planted, and it just gave out. And it really just gave out. And I never had any problems before, never had anything. So the journey going through that, the recovery and the mental, it was really hard for me. I ended up going down to Pensacola, Florida, to Dr. Andrews, one of the best knee surgeons in the country. Shout out to my mom, because my mom is a warrior. I ended up not flying down there. My mom rented a van for us, and we drove from Knoxville, Tennessee to Pensacola. I believe it's like a 12-hour drive. It's pretty long. And because I didn't want to have surgery and then fly back in an airplane and go through an airport on crutches, and I can't bend my knee. It was ridiculous. So we ended up driving in a minivan and staying there for 3 or 4 days and then driving back, and it was crazy. Like, it was mad. Like, it was just wild. Like, I had a pain pump every time I had to get up. I hit the pain pump, let the medicine go in my leg so it could go numb. But I lost a lot of weight. Like I said, I never had an injury before, so it was something completely new to me. I had to build my courage back up, and it was a lot to deal with. So if I see anybody personally have any type of knee injury or a lower extremity injury, I respect them and kudos to you, because that journey of rehab and mental capacity you have to go through is a lot. It really is, because a lot of people don't know that, with knee surgery or any type of surgery, majority of the time you start rehab the day afterwards. And the reason why that is because you can't allow the scar tissue to build up in that area, basically. So you have to bend your wherever you had surgery at. For me, it was my knee. I had to bend my knee the day after surgery. They were bending it, and it was swollen like crazy. And I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, I'm in pain. Like, I can't be doing this." So it was like a lot of things that I had to deal with to progressively get better. So it basically made me who I am today, and I respect the game. You have to be humble. It humbled me even more than I was, because you never know when your last play or your last opportunity is going to be in any sport or any time in life. So that's why you have to do everything 110% and never look back and say that I wish I could have did this. I wish I could have did that. Just leave it all out there, and later on you'll know that you did your best. The next question: where am I from? Oh, I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. That's where I'm from. Originally from Florida. I went to high school in. Next question: what are your outlets outside of football? Oh, okay. Actually, I only have two. Basically, I'm really kind of lame, I guess. I only play video games and fishing. That's the only two things I do. Somebody asked, what kind of dog do I have? That is funny. I always get this. I have a cow. Yeah, she's a cow. No, I'm just playing. I got a great name. Her name is Sky. I love her to death. I got her my sophomore year, coming out of my freshman year, my sophomore year, when I moved off campus, and I stayed by myself, so I wanted to have a dog. I didn't want to be alone, and I didn't want no little tiny dog. What kind of dude? Like, what do I look like as a big dude having a little dog? And I've always, ever since I, saw Scooby Doo and figured out what kind of dog it was, and I researched it, I fell in love with Great Danes. I really did. And she's a wonderful dog. She's a big puppy. The funny thing about it, she's 165 pounds, and she thinks she's a lap dog. The last question: what does my brand logo mean? Okay, let me tell you what it means. All right, so in high school, I used to draw a lot. I wanted to be an architect, and I figured out I couldn't be an architect because the lab hours crossed with football. But that's another story. So I drew a lot, and I drew a logo back in high school many years ago that I loved, and I said if I got the opportunity to grow and become an athlete, I would want to create a brand for myself. If you look closely, it spells life, and it has arrows going in all different directions. And basically, in short terms, your life goes in a lot of different directions. What path will you choose? And everybody has a different path in their life. God has a different path for everyone, and everybody has to figure out what their path and what their purpose is in life. So that is what my logo means. I really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy speaking and giving, thoughts and, advice on things that I've experienced so far. And I'm still young, so I haven't experienced everything, but I've experienced some stuff. I have. Some stuff that a typical person hasn't experienced yet or won't never experience. So I have some experience, basically. But thank you again for watching it, and I'm out.